This video is going to show how to use our profit and stop calculator here at Stock Market Guides. On my screen, you'll see a trade alert. This is one of our stock picks from the service that we offer here. And you'll see that it shows all the normal information for the trade alert, like how the trade setup has performed historically, in this case for Amazon. And you'll see there's a link down here for the profit and stop calculator. So if I click that, it takes me to the page for the stop loss and take profit calculators that we have. And you'll notice that it auto-populates the ticker symbol right here. Now, if you get to this calculator page another way, like if you aren't already subscribed to the service and you just reach this by navigating through our website, this ticker symbol will not be populated, in which case you simply type in the ticker symbol right here. Now, in order to determine the stop loss value or the take profit value, first you'll need to input what your entry price was on the trade. So if you already own the position, you just type that value in right here. So if you bought the stock for Amazon, just type in the price that you paid for the stock right here. This calculator also works for options. So if you bought options for Amazon, you can type the options price right here, the price you paid per contract. This, by the way, might help you. This just shows the current price of Amazon, at least as of this timestamp that's shown here. So if you have not yet entered the trade and you're just you're setting up the trade and kind of identifying where you're going to set the take profit and the stop loss, you could use this as guidance and use that as your potential entry price and fill that in. Once you fill that in, I'll go ahead and just do it that way. I hit the tab button after I entered it. I could have pushed enter or just simply scrolled down. And now these calculators are going to work. So we have a couple of different types of calculators here. We have an ATR calculator and a percentage calculator. So let's start with the percentage calculator on the right-hand side. This might be the one that is more familiar with a lot of people. And so this is a simple one. So let's say you wanted to set your take profit to be 5% away. It's just going to calculate exactly what that price would be. So if your entry was 128.23, then 5% away would be 134.64. So basically, the stock will have gone up 5% when it reaches this price right here. And it's the same for the stop loss calculator. If you want to set a stop that's reflective of the stock price going down 10%, this would be the stop price based on that entry price. So those are simple ways to go. We also have ATR calculators for the take profit and the stop loss. The reason is because through a lot of the research we've done, we've determined that ATR can be a good metric for measuring the movement in a stock price. ATR stands for average true range, and we have some guides on our website that explain what that is, how it's calculated. But essentially, it's a way of measuring the movement of a stock price in terms of its recent price volatility tendencies. And so it can be kind of a good way to have an apples to apples comparison of how stocks prices are moving. And so if you want to set a profit target that's 2 ATRs away, you can set it there, set it to 2. And so basically, that price right there, 135.42, is set to be 2 ATRs away from 128.23. So in other words, the price needs to move up, in this case, 2 average days worth of price movement to get to that exit price. It shows here what the ATR value is as well for Amazon. And it's the same for the stop loss calculator. You can set it to be 2 ATRs away or 10 ATRs away, or whatever interval that you'd like there. Now, as far as what values should you choose for any of these, or which calculator is best, we do here prefer the ATR calculators for the take profit and stop loss. That said, everybody's different, and each trader needs to figure out what works for them. And we support you regardless, whichever way you want to go with it. So if you just feel more comfortable using a percentage-based calculator, go for it. It's up to you. And the same for anybody. However, which way you choose it, we support you. Now, as far as what values to use, that also is up to you. The closer the profit target is, whether you're using this percentage calculator or this ATR calculator, the closer it is, the higher your win percentage is likely to be. That doesn't necessarily mean that you will have more net expected profit, but it will increase your win percentage. And that might be nice psychologically. The more wins that you have, the easier it is to traverse the trading world. So there's something to be said for setting a profit target that's not too far away, just in terms of it being easier to live with, because the win percentage might be a bit higher, particularly with the trades that we feature here with our service for our stock picks and our option picks. Now, as far as the stop loss, it's the same thing, but in reverse. The closer you set the stop loss, the higher the odds of triggering it, and therefore potentially the higher the loss ratio as far as a win-loss ratio goes. And so that might be a little harder psychologically. But again, ultimately it's up to you. You could choose to have no stop loss and just have a take profit. Or the reverse, you could choose to have no take profit and just have a stop down there as a safety valve. It's totally up to you, and whatever you decide is okay. It's up to you to kind of determine what works for you. The purpose of this page is to give you calculators, and once you get into that zone where you have a particular arrangement that you like, you can use this page to consistently calculate exactly where you would set your take profit and stop loss if you choose to use one or both of them. If you have any questions about these calculators or about trading in general, you can reach out to us anytime. Our email address is support@stockmarketguides.com.